I've been waiting on. Like, I ain't did nothing. Oh, Lord. Oh, Jesus. Not a good day. Okay? Now back to the shaking the table. I just know when they throw drinks don't have no name on it. She's full of it. Girl. You gonna come in here and embarrass me? You said you're a changed woman. Come on, stop being a whore. Slut. Girl, I'm gonna go out of here. You know, honey, I'm out of here. I've had my share of beefs with bitches, but never like this bitch. Like, this shit with her, it's just really like, I feel like it's not even real. You know what I mean? Like, how is a bitch like me rolling around with a bitch like her? It just really don't even add up.
Heaven, you definitely going to hell for this one.
Girl, nothing. We don't call people girls. It's not a good day to hate, trust me. I want to start with me.
What?
Get the camera off! The camera off!
Well,
get the camera off!
Come on, upstairs.
Because it probably was sitting idle. Is it plugged in still? Mm-hmm.
So we don't have one headache. That's cool.
There we go. So hello and welcome to Reality Check-In, the show that gives you your dose of reality tea. Mm-hmm. I'm Miss Tink.
I'm your girl Tito.
I'm Rashay.
In today's episode, we will discuss this week's reality drama. We got Basketball Wives. We got Real Housewives of Atlanta. We got Family of Fiance. We got The Baddies, Africa, and Gone Wild. We got Unfaithful Caught in the Act and Unfaithful Double Life. You know what I'm saying? So we got a whole bunch of tea to be sipping today because the girls been acting up.
Oh, and before we get started, just some quick honorable mentions. Love and Hip Hop is coming back, girl. Love and Hip Hop.
Oh, yes. It's coming back.
Ooh, July the 8th. I can't wait.
Yes, it's coming back.
It's going to be a good one, okay?
So we're going to be discussing the ins and outs of your favorite reality TV shows from TV to social media drama. So make sure that you leave your comments because we will be checking them. So get your cup and let's sip some tea.
Come on, sip that low.
Yeah, no. So what we want to start at?
We can start with the most entertaining of this week was Basketball Wives. Honey.
Let me get my. I told Shay.
She got her pettiness.
I need a sapphire notepad.
A sapphire notepad with pen.
With a pen. With a jumbo pen.
Yeah.
Because
these hoes need to be ready to fuck up.
Hello.
They need tickets.
ISS. All that.
ISS? We put in ISS? Who we putting in ISS? I personally think Brittany need to go into ISS.
Yes, she does.
No, not that Brittany.
Oh,
we're talking about Basketball Wives.
Oh, it's
Brittany.
just Brittany.
You got the inner Brittany in you.
Yeah, it's just every time I hear that name, it just gives me.
Okay, you want to know the part you just did that? It was a post that I saw earlier today. I don't know if y'all seen it.
Oh, I did see it.
The person was just like, did she blow her nose yet?
Didn't I tell you? I told you. So wrong with that bitch nasal cavity.
I said, she be doing other people are choosing violence alone.
Yeah.
Cause what?
But look, no, for real, okay, so the other Brittany, like using religion to get with a nigga.
That's literally not what you do.
To get married for 52 days.
Was it that deep?
She don't have a personality, yo. Like,
you playing with the religion.
We touched on this last episode, but I'm just saying, like,
them folks don't play like that neither. So
the last episode, she pissed me off, and I say that because she allowed her personal trauma.
This episode,
yes,
she pissed you up. This one,
yeah.
Because you inserted your fucking self in shit that ain't got nothing to do with
trauma.
you.
Because you're sitting up here trying to be Captain Saberho to Chantel to save her from her mama, and her mama's trying to respect her boundaries.
Chantel needs a counselor to decide on what the fuck she wants in life. She need a life coach. She don't need a counselor. She need a life coach.
Do you want your mama to stay in her lane, or do you not?
Period. Because you don't make it clear. Because you at the beginning when she was like, "Oh, I'm moving into the building so my mom can be closer to the kids," but I want you to call before you come over. Mm-hmm. I want you to not show up. I want you to respect my boundaries. I want you to let me handle things because I'm an adult.
And I don't need you to defend me.
Keywords, let me handle things.
She said, I can handle these women. I don't need your defense. Mm-hmm. So basically, you told your mama that if somebody in the friend group
and Jackie don't listen.
For you,
Jackie don't fucking listen.
But she's listening now.
But she is.
You caught that?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder why she's so scared.
I caught it just like this. Like
put it close to your heart.
It was real close to my heart. Because Jackie don't listen to shit.
No.
So I had to give her
what Jackie wants to do.
I had to give her kudos for that.
And I feel like Jackie handled it as best as she could.
Yes, because she did
trying
intervene.
to respect the boundaries, Because I know she probably wanted to check Brandy because, bitch, who are you
at the
talking
dinner
to? That's my
table, because she
child.
was like, she didn't even look up. That
She
bitch said,
because if you ever,
that bitch said now.
she said now if we
She
not,
was just like this. She was drinking from her cup. She said, now we're not gonna call her out of her name. We're gonna say
Does she do
Chantel
like
because
that?
that's the way that's what she was
Shani.
named. We're gonna call her Shani.
Be
We're
respectful.
not gonna call her a little girl. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna say names, okay?
Now,
Not okay.
And
it
that
seems
was
like
that was like the cup was holding her to the seat.
that was the Lord maintaining that verdict. He had
And whatever
a chain around
tequila
her.
that she was drinking Crown on the rocks.
She said she was drinking Walter.
Whatever. That could be why she didn't react either. Because I'm telling you,
she reacted
her
at
and
the
a demon,
end.
her and a demon would have. That was a whole different person with a whole different scenario.
That wasn't Jackie. That was Jackie.
Yeah. But I think I would have reacted the same fucking way if you coming at me, love, because of a situation between me and my daughter, and you're not privy to the years that we've had behind scenes, and you could tell that Jackie was really trying her best not to have the conversation
in front of
on
them.
camera and in front of the girl. She said it. She said, "I'm not going to be going back and forth with my daughter in front of these women."
She also made a comment too when the whole situation started to occur. She made a statement that she was just like, okay, I'm trying to respect the boundaries. So are we on the same page here? Because if we're not on the same page, let me know and I can handle the shit. So basically, she let you know right there she don't have a problem.
That
with
was when they was at the
you.
dinner.
She don't have a problem stepping
her and Brittany
in.
got into it, right?
Yep, right before her and Brittany got into it. Well, no, I think that's right when Brittany started saying what she was saying. And she was just like, I'm trying to respect her boundaries. I need you to stay out of it, basically. Right. You ain't got shit to do.
Well, why don't you defend your daughter? And then what got me the most was the bandwagon of bitches. The bitches bandwagon. Because how the fuck did Shawnee, Evelyn, Jennifer, every fucking non-basketball wife gonna form a fucking crowd around her? And then the only reason why that would make total fucking sense is if it was something that happened that did not trigger on camera.
That makes sense.
And they decided that Jackie was wrong. Because all of them were saying Jackie was wrong. And Jackie should have defended her. But she did defend her. She told Brandy, don't call her out her fucking name. You were mad because Brandy did not want to apologize to you in private. I mean, in public. She wanted to apologize and talk to you in private.
Disrespect
Granted.
Was loud.
But she's right.
So the apology needs to be just
But she's
loud.
right. Brandy you don't get to choose how you apologize to me when you didn't choose how you disrespect.
I know that's right.
So yeah, you should have taken the time to fucking apologize and then pull her to the side and have a conversation. The only problem with that is
Chantel went too far.
But the only problem with that is if we don't have a conversation, the apology may not mean anything. So we need to have the conversation.
I understood why Brandy wanted to do it privately, though the disrespect was publicly. I 100% agree that she probably should have apologized to her publicly. But if it's not going to be genuine, then let me just wait. And her energy, maybe she wanted to see how the energy was going to be. I feel like the energy. Yeah, her energy was.
Her energy was giving, I'm here,
bark
bitch.
like a dog.
Yes.
That's what she was. That's what it seems
right.
like she was giving. Like, bitch.
She was giving bend over and kiss my ass.
Like once Brandy told her that she wanted to talk to her privately, Chantel didn't need to keep that same energy because you don't know whether the girl wanted to apologize to you, what she wanted to say to you. But you didn't even give her a chance. You just shot it down just because I felt like you low-key was trying to chastise her and like you felt like she did to you.
And you was called a child because you was acting like a child.
But you was acting like a child in that moment too.
But the thing is, at the end of every day, she is a child to these women.
To them, yes. Even though she's a grown-ass woman. I get that she's still a child because ultimately my friend is your mother.
And exactly. And so the problem is, it's certain things I can't say to you. It's certain things that I can't do towards you because you are a child. So stay in a child's place.
Even though she technically is not a child no more, though.
She's grown. Your children will forever be a child to me. I don't give a fuck how tall or how big or what height they really like.
When they turn 30?
They still a child to me. I'm going to be double their age.
Are we still children in our parents?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't like it. I don't like it, but yeah.
I mean, that's just the truth of the matter, though. Like, when it comes to your grandparents, you're an adult, but you're still a child.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
because they're your elder.
They're your elder, right. So,
I get it.
I could kind of see where Brandy coming from in the sense of,
you're my friend's daughter.
Let me put this situation to the side because you're a child to me. at that point.
Yeah. And she said, I'm not trying to I felt like she was trying not to disrespect her. But
right.
in the midst of her trying
it was
not
disrespect,
to,
it came out disrespectful.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I felt like she was really Brandy.
And then at the same time, this whole entire fucking Vegas trip has been a Brandy attack.
Chaos.
Every time she breathes, somebody.
Same two people, because it seems the only
her and Ming Lee.
Ming, Chantel, and Brittany, because Brittany been putting her little 2, 3, 4, 5 cents in too, and it ain't worth nothing, but she still been putting her little 2 cents in. Mm-hmm. I feel like if they would have just went to from the beginning, right? I get what Brandy did was wrong. I understand that her inviting Jen was wrong. However, y'all sitting in the room talking about this lady was also her inviting Evelyn on the damn trip to Vegas.
That was where she went wrong first.
That was the first mistake. Bitch. However, we already in it. But for y'all to sit in a damn house where I can literally hear you and talk shit about me instead of just coming to me at, like, if you want to be treated like a woman.
And if you feel some type of way about her having this trip planned in Vegas, with Jen Whitten being in Vegas,
don't come.
Why you got on the plane?
Don't come.
Why you got in the car? Have bus, train, whatever the fuck you did to get here. Why did you show up? Because it's a cash fucking trip and y'all had to show up. That's why. Because Cass did that. Production did that shit.
Of course. Production paid for that.
Production set that shit up.
Of course. They always do. They got to have some type of controversy. That's the whole point of these reality shows, is to show conflict and conflict resolution. Mm-hmm. Drama and how y'all get out of that drama. Yeah. But the problem is they start the drama, the production, because they be in the mix.
Oh, yeah, they be in the mix.
They help start this drama, stir up this drama. But, and then the drama don't never end. It goes on.
Speaking of getting out of drama. Ooh. From what I read, Bravo ain't getting out of their lawsuit.
Baby, they are talking about canceling the whole
entire Housewives franchise.
Well, yeah, because there's more shows that they're getting sued from. Because there's a lady named Leah Sweeney who was on, I think, Orange County or Beverly Hills.
So apparently, her lawsuit is deeper than what it looks like on the surface. Brit's lawsuit.
Oh, Brit's?
Yes, and it's certain things that if it come out that
it's gonna mess up them.
Yeah. So
I mean, that makes sense because the word around the street is she asked to see footage of that stuff before the show even aired, and they basically kept putting it off. Or she asked to see the photos that was supposedly exposed, and they kept putting it off. Supposedly.
From what I've read, I live in Virginia, not Atlanta, but from what I've read, when I take video, when I take pictures, they belong to me. Right. Nobody else has copyright rights on it. I don't have to go get a copyright license. Yes, 100%.
No, not that.
100%. So if you ask me to see some shit that belong to me, and my answer is no, I give you the long haul or whatever, the shit belong to me.
Yeah,
I don't have to share it with you. You decided to act on my camera.
True. Those were your
actions. See what I'm saying? So I don't see how them not showing her footage grants a lawsuit.
It may be something. She's trying to say that because they didn't show the footage and then they aired it on TV, basically portraying it as if it was her. Because mind you, now the story is this wasn't her in the photos. It was never her.
Right. Yeah.
And they caused her all this pain.
But do you feel like that's a
defamation? I feel like
to save face on her end.
Yeah, I do. I feel like she did that because she didn't want to take accountability for the parts that she played in it. Because ultimately, none of that wouldn't have happened if you wouldn't have made that comment to Kenya and made Kenya feel unsafe. Now, Kenya was dead ass wrong for. Well, I ain't gonna say she was wrong.
She shouldn't have did it at her event. That's the only thing I think.
I'm gonna say you can't tell somebody how to react to something that you did to them. So
especially life threatening.
Like you bang pistol whipping and shit. So you about that life now.
Oh, she got we've seen all season and she don't know how to take accountability.
Okay, so since we're talking about that, let's talk about tonight's episode. I mean, not tonight's episode, but this week's episode.
Yeah.
You know, she made a comment about Kelly having 3 abortions.
Why is her business?
Okay, so they started.
Last episode, supposed to be her best friend.
Last episode, I'm gonna tell you how this really came to head. So last episode, we saw like the beginning of how they're basically beefing over the Glam Squad. Mm-hmm. So since they returned from Grenada, Kelly went to court for her divorce.
Yep.
It didn't get finalized. It got continued. Right. And everybody pretty much reached out to Kelly to see how she was doing because they understand the situation is tumultuous. Britt didn't say nothing to her. Mm-hmm. And Kelly started pointing out the fact that when she went through the stuff with Kenya, when she was going through anything with the girls,
she was her yes man in her fucking corner, lying to her.
IV drip, giving her flowers,
lying to her.
She left the event like I'm not standing for this.
That's not lying to her. as if she was right from the beginning.
100%.
That Kenya was taking digs at her out the
She
gate.
was 100%.
So that was important.
She was a ride or die for Brit.
She was dead wrong.
That was her best friend. She ride.
But when it's the other side, it's like it ain't like that.
Because she was saying originally, she was saying that Kenya won't come for her from day one.
That part.
But then she went back and Brie was like, "Yeah, she's been coming at me from day one." And Kelly was like, "Yeah, she has. I really think she's been taking."
But see, I think the photo is what made Kelly change up her opinion because and before that photo, she didn't have an issue with Kenya. She felt like Kenya really won't, like you said, Kenya really won't come in at Brit. But once Kenya did that photo at her thing, that's when she flip flopped and said,
"But that was a reaction.
Kenya's been coming to her the whole time."
That was a reaction.
Even though it was invalid.
It was a reaction to the bullshit with your friend.
100%.
Yeah. So
100%. So okay, you saw what happened. They didn't contact each other. Kelly felt some type of way because she's been there for Brit in her, tumultuous situations, and they showed it too.
Fake ass insurance license. So they won't being taken
when
away.
they had this cookout, Kelly had a cookout where she had a cookout with Angela's husband. They had a tie. Yeah, Charles Oakley, girl. They had a whole cookout because somehow they found out he cooked. And Kelly's in the restaurant business and has a cookout.
Oh, they had a cook off. Yeah. I
said a cookout. Y'all know I'm serious.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, wait, what are you talking about?
They had a battle, girl. They had a battle with chicken and waffles.
Okay,
girl. I wanted.
That's an Atlanta thing.
It looked delicious.
That's an Atlanta thing.
No, I think that's a brunch thing everywhere, girl.
Yeah, but Atlanta, they had the best chicken and waffles that I've had so far.
Which way did you go to? Gladys Night.
I went there. I do believe.
It's so delicious.
Yeah, I went to a couple of different breakfasts. If I ain't nothing else, I ate breakfast in Atlanta when I was there.
That Gladys Night's chicken and waffle. Yeah. We do promos. Y'all can mail us.
All that.
What the fuck they mailing us?
They can freeze it, and I will put it in the air fryer. It's that good.
It's that good. Okay, if you
keep going with the damn
for it.
So
and you guys here for it.
The first thing that happens before we get to the Kelly is this guy walks up to Angela literally while they're still cooking and was just like, "I need to have a conversation with you, like if you would mind stepping outside." Angela don't know this man from a long shot, so she was just like, okay, like later on, something of the sort. So then they show him in another area of the party taking shots and toasting and shit. And he said toast to Angela getting cheated on by her husband and drinks the shot, girl. Now, mind you, Charles is within earshot.
So
the girls, the cast members heard it because all of the housewives heard it and they was looking. And Angela, I love her poise, okay? Because baby, she was like, "You not gonna." She showed no reaction, okay?
Because you ain't about to get me.
Because she don't know this man. She's just like, "Who is this Harpo?"
And when you're in those type of positions, you have to not listen to everything that people say, because even when you're not that big, people come at you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if you listen to everybody, you'll never be happy.
No,
that's true. Yeah.
So that happened.
But that's
Charles
a lot of poise.
But
that's a lot of poise.
The whole phone call with her husband on the episode prior, it didn't give that the nigga was vested the way that she tried to make it seem like he is like, "Oh, he missed me. This is our 8th anniversary and we're this first anniversary. We're not around each other." Charles gave, "Do your vacation and I'm doing me." So that's exactly what Charles gave on that phone.
He was on. They also was on Watch What Happens Live. That's like a show that Andy does after. Mm-hmm. He talked about that and he said she said he'll never answer his phone. So like, remember how people made such a big deal like it's your anniversary, he's not answering the phone for you? She was like, he'll never answer the phone. That ain't nothing new.
I'm not talking about him not answering the phone. I'm talking about his disposition on that phone call. Yeah. His disposition on that phone call was like, I could be anywhere in the world but here.
He just gives that. He just has that disposition, period, with her. It's like they have like a laid back type chill relationship because they joke and talk shit to each other.
But it gives. But what she's constantly doing for the camera, which if that is your dynamic, okay, fine. But what she's constantly doing for the camera throughout the season is trying to pull him into this loving moment.
Yeah.
And it's never loving.
It looks embarrassing. Probably looking embarrassed.
Yes, it looks like
you ain't gonna keep on embarrassing me.
To me, it looked like she begging for the attention, and he not giving it.
Yeah,
that's the way it come across. Cause like he's always kind of like cold and calculated and short with her. So like she like, "I love you, baby." And he be like, "Yeah." Like, you know what I'm saying? Even in that call, he didn't say, "I love you" back.
If you want to.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I get that different people relationships are different. You know what I'm saying? I get that.
And he's older too.
It doesn't fucking matter.
Well, I just say that because the older you get, sometimes you get comfortable with the person that you are with. and certain things that we typically feel like, should be done, like you should show your love, express your love. They don't do that, because we had like another Housewives show had a similar issue with the older couple named what was it, Housewives of Potomac, with Karen and her husband Ray. They had kind of like the same dynamic.
I mean,
so
it's kind of giving Cliff
older.
and
what's her name,
Latrice from Bell Collective.
Yeah. All right, so the cookout went good. That little tea happened. Then Phaedra had a runway show at some store, a fashion store. That
it was a real store?
Yeah, the store that was in Married to Medicine. That one that had all the stuff in it. I just was trying
to make sure we weren't at the funeral with the dead people doing the walk.
No, this was the actual store. The store that they showed. The store that they showed on Married to Medicine. Yes, she is petty. She is petty. I just want to let you know she petty.
Yeah, folks doing a walk.
Did you see her?
Nobody's there.
Yeah, girl, the walk.
She put somebody in the casket and Married to Medicine and let the girl pop out. So it was a rebirth.
Yeah, she she's a funeral
and
director.
They got married.
No, they just popped about the casket.
She was trying to apologize to her friends, and
that was her idea. Save that apology. You know what you do with that apology. Put that up your ass.
She said
she didn't apologize.
She didn't. She just said their friendship.
She got up and told everybody where they was wrong at in their relationship with her. She didn't apologize.
That was so funny. I know. If you say it like that, that's
So Phaedra has this fashion show because her sons are starting a clothing line. So that was the point of this fashion line. So they did it inside of her store. She locked Drew out of the damn event. Let's start there, because Drew was late. Apparently she said, if y'all don't get here right on time,
they said you late to everything.
Yeah, Drew was 15 minutes late, and she was standing outside eating chicken wings with the police officers. And then she started knocking on the damn venue door, and this was right when they were starting the actual fashion show part of it. So you can hear this lady knocking on the door, bro. You can hear her knocking on the damn door.
So why she just leave, though? That's my thing.
She was waiting because she was like, I'm showing up. It's Drew. Drew, she ain't about to turn down on camera time, because if she leaves, she can't film at home for real.
I still want to understand Kelly.
So this is how.
Who is everybody that got a problem with Drew? Because I didn't.
She still never answered that.
Yeah, because I didn't think everybody had. I said I'm still waiting on this answer. I didn't understand that statement.
Get that answer. You ain't gonna get that answer. Because the only people that don't like her was the people that she was beefing with, which was Portia and Shamil. Those are them two. Even Britt didn't really have no issue with her for real.
But she make it seem like it was everybody that had an issue with her.
Kelly just likes to say stuff. I've learned. She just randomly say stuff. Just like when Britt was going at it with Angela and said something about the husband having a side baby, and Kelly came out the blue, but what about that baby though? So I feel like she just be saying shit sometimes. But
maybe it's the tequila. These bitches don't seem to be able to hold tequila well. Go ahead.
She came, so Britt gets to the event and she tries to give Kelly a hug or tries to speak to Kelly, and Kelly paid her ass dust. When I tell you, Kelly looked at that bitch and didn't say nothing. Nothing. Britt came in like, hello, Kelly. And she was like,
as she should. And I bet you Portia was.
Oh, baby, all of them was over there. And so Britt, you can see the pettiness start to come out of Britt, because at that point she was like, oh, okay, bitch, this is what we're doing. Okay. Bats off. Like, all bats is off. So at this point, she was just like, oh, it's going to get real. Let me go get a drink. So they have the little fashion show.
And she don't need a drink.
That part. After they do the fashion show, they all linked up together, and some comment was made about Kelly being insecure, because they started talking about the glam situation, and she was just, Brittany was like, it was her idea that we use the same glam, and she's just mad because, basically she didn't like that they were giving me better looks than her. So when they went to Houston,
but they looked the same.
The outfit that they had in Houston, that was when when it started happening. Kelly was like, they was giving her, she was getting short end of the stick.
Kelly?
Yes. That's what Kelly felt like with her team. She felt like she was getting the short end of the stick. She 100% admitted that she did tell them not to work with Brittany, because she was just like, basically, she felt like Brittany wanted everything that she had.
But you told them to work with her. That's my problem with that, Kelly.
I don't know how that goes, because the way Kelly told it, it seemed like Britt needed help, so she just extended it, or maybe Britt asked her if she knew somebody and she extended it. I'm kind of still confused on that. But the way Britt tells it is like she begged her to work with her team. I highly doubt that she begged you to work with her stylist.
Brit lied too much through her nose.
I highly doubt that she begged you. So that was something that she made a comment about. She said, you begged me to work with your team.
Yeah, she lied through her nose. She don't talk through her mouth. She talks through her nose.
And after she said, you begged me to work with your team, that's when she made the comment about her being insecure. So Kelly said, oh no, bitch, you're insecure. So then she said something else slick to Kelly, and Kelly said, well, something about your roommate who be popping pills. I don't know. That's what I'm assuming.
That's the only person.
Because that's the only person. That part right there. They don't have children, right?
To live with her. Yeah, they don't got no kids.
So I'm assuming, to me, it sounded like she was either Britt took it as if she was talking about her and trying to say like, "Oh, I pop pills." Like she's trying to say I'm a pill popper. So that's when she brought up.
We don't think you pop pills.
You don't need to be having
I can guarantee you that you should pop some sinus X or something.
So then she said, "Well, you, ma'am." You need to go ahead with your 3 abortions. That's how the abortion thing came out. So everybody basically told Britt, like, that's too far. Like, you're doing too much. And she was like, well, she's trying to make me seem like I'm a pill popper. I never heard Kelly say you was a pill popper. I heard her
somebody
say
in the house.
You had a roommate. Unless I misunderstood something, I never heard her directly say that.
What did her having a roommate?
She might not know. I think it was because she said something about Kelly, and Kelly just said whatever. That's why I said Kelly sometimes, in my opinion, just says anything out of her damn mouth. And sometimes I don't even think the stuff that she says out of her mouth.
She believe. I don't think. Some people be like that.
But they were basically just taking low jabs at one another. But of course, Brittany, Brittany,
Kelly went low and Britt went to hell.
And you know that's so crazy. Cynthia said that in her damn confessional, bitch, exactly like that. Mm-hmm. She was just like, baby, she went low and that bitch went to hell. Yeah, she definitely went to hell, but everybody told her she was wrong, and she defended and justified that she was right. She stood in and she doubled down on it, and then Kelly was going off on her, and yeah, that's how that episode ended. So you'll see more of it next week, of course. And then also another thing that Britt did is, now this is prior to them having this event and prior to them having a cookout. She had sat down and met with Portia and I want to say Phaedra. Portia, no, it wasn't Phaedra. It was Portia and someone else. I can't remember who the other person is, but they were having like some chit chat. Why did she tell Portia, Britt told Portia that Shamia showed her text message conversations between Shamia and Portia. Mm-hmm. And she said that I'm not lying about this because she showed me messages about you in therapy. So Portia now is like, wait a minute.
What's going on with this Shamia and Portia situation? It's just giving too much.
I don't know. I just still don't feel like Shamia is going to show Brittany any motherfucking thing. Of all people, why would she show you conversations?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because you clearly take. But
how did she know some of that information?
That part. So it's like, and maybe you overheard something. Maybe she was talking about it. I just don't believe that she showed you anything. She probably had a conversation. I don't know,
but this is more than one time with Shamia being shown that she's not the friend that she wants.
Well, I mean, both of them, they ain't friends to each other. They might have outgrown each other.
Speaking of people not being who we think they are, this takes me to quoting the act double live. The big sister, Toya, and Ash. I'm gonna call her Ash. I don't know how to say her name.
Shayla.
Shayla.
Yeah, it was a Shayla in Tokyo.
So Ash in Tokyo. Yeah. Like I said.
Asha is the lies.
The sister name is Shay.
Shay was the big sister, and it was a Shayla little sister.
So this episode was the craziest episode according to Act Double Life. This now made me feel like this show could be of benefit.
It's going
because at first it kind of felt like it was literally just a mirror image according to Act Unfaithful
with a twist.
But baby, I don't think Tammy would have quit that shit.
That was so
But Tammy clocked that motherfucking T, baby. She clocked that T. Because Sis won't live in a double life. Sis was living a whole fucking lie.
Lie on top of lie on top of lie on top of lie.
This fucking lady was lying to her daughters about being their mother.
She said that she was there
for 20-something years. Like,
yeah, baby.
You don't do that to nobody.
I'm sorry, I had to pick up your jaw.
What make it even worse?
What he does?
I had to pick up your.
What make it worse? Want to hear the cherry on top? Yeah. The youngest daughter thought that she killed her mother.
Yep.
During birth.
Yep.
No, that's fucked up. No way.
And then this is the even more crazy part. They gave her a photo of who was supposed to be their damn mama. They gave that photo to Tamar. Tamar's team ran a fucking photo thing of it and found out
and the lady died in 2000.
Mother.
The lady died in like 1998,
and
but the youngest daughter was born in 2002.
See, that type of stuff you need to take to court. Somebody needs to go to jail.
The lady that they were talking about didn't have no kids. It was in. They found a news article about her death, and that's how they found out that wasn't their mother. So they had to go and tell these damn children that the lady that they have known for all their damn life
as their mother,
off a picture.
They for 20 years they've been celebrating her death.
And
for
she been
20
alive.
years.
And then this is how Tamar put two and two together, because they wire your house. They put cameras in the house. She was having a conversation with her grandfather, who raised
the kids.
Their grandfather is supposed to be her grandfather too, because
that's her daddy.
It's her daddy,
right?
And he made a comment about something about how would you feel? Called to ask for some money. How would you feel if you thought your mama was dead your whole life too? And Tamar was like, hold up, thought your mama was dead. What she mean by that?
And then she had an attorney.
So did the grandfather know too?
Yeah.
Oh, everybody need to go to jail.
The grandfather is the one that gave the picture.
Know because the grandfather is the one who did help. And that he raised the girls.
Right.
He knows who the fuck his daughter is.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he knew.
But like my thing is, if you've been around them your whole life, what's the point of faking like you're somebody else?
And this is what we broke it down to me, because I had this conversation with somebody else, and they were just like, the responsibility of a mother versus the responsibility of a sister is on two different levels.
And I do get that.
But she was there 150%.
That's what I'm saying. You're
that's
there.
Why she felt like that was her defense too. But I was there. I mean, I know I lied, but I was always there. No, you won't.
You
bitch.
lied,
and
then you lied on and said that the reason why one of your daughter's mother is there because of them. That's what you like.
And
that's the best lie you had.
That daughter lived with her, and that daughter was the most forgiving one.
On level.
Now the older daughter was about to take
her
motherfucking head off. She was not with the shit.
She was not.
She got up and went outside and everything. She was like, "Yo, she's been lying to me my whole fucking life." And the oldest one had a baby, so she was like, "I would never do that to my fucking child. Right. I would never do that to my child. She got some fucking explaining to do." And the problem is, she wasn't taking no accountability. She wasn't even willing to tell them. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't. She told Tamar,
"This is your problem. You did this. You made this mess. You gotta clean it up."
Her ass, baby.
Tamar said, "No, what you gonna end up? You're gonna do? Shut the fuck up."
Okay. You're gonna recognize their pain. Because her whole thing was that she had them at a very young age. Like she was 14.
She got 15 and 17.
Did they get you to do anything?
No.
15 and 17. That's when she got pregnant with them.
She couldn't raise them. So her dad took them in and basically raised all three of them because she was still a child.
She didn't have her mother. Don't know where her mother at or what her mama doing.
So you know what this feel like.
So you did the same thing.
So you knew what this feel like.
Yeah.
And that was Tamar's point.
Tamar said
you did the same pain on them. The same pain on them that you had on you, and you were here to be their mother.
That's worse. But she surely did. Crazy. She tried to use that story like it was acceptable. Crazy. Like what she did was right. She was really justifying it. And my heart hurt for those girls because that's crazy. To be sitting here literally thinking that I'm the cause of my mother's death because when I came out of her cooch, I caused her to die. That's some grief to be carrying. From like what?
Speaking of accountability, they never ever met at a reunion, y'all.
Ooh.
They reunited and it was drama. Oh.
Come on, remix. It was some drama, baby.
So, as we know, Cinco and Jay is still together.
I love them together. Like they're really cute. Like
he actually is about to go overseas to go play basketball
internationally.
And she said that if he go overseas, she was not going to be in a relationship with him anymore. But he's like, her answer is always no first. So, you know what I'm saying? We'll see. Before he left, because he had to leave the show early. But he left, he walked right up to her and gave her a kiss and everything.
It was so cute. Girl, they gonna be together. I'm not worried.
Even throughout the show, I don't know. It was real subtle because Cinco is not really like this loud person.
Right.
But if you notice, like when the medium-sized edge girl.
The
medium-sized edge girl. Brittany.
You talking about Brittany and Ty? The one that don't like Cinco.
with the medium edges. Yeah, Brittany. So
I was wondering what the fuck she was talking about. She talking about that girl edges.
She's fucking up.
Take time out.
Why you gonna put me in time out?
Talk about that girl edges.
And her edges medium. You can't say no.
Yeah, so
You can't say no. Can anybody up here say that she don't have medium edges?
what I can
Nice
say is
hat.
that wasn't nice. That's as far as I could say.
It's a nice
Either
hat.
was her fucking edges or the way she turned the chin tie the whole entire fucking season.
Yeah, that was not right. How you?
But anyway, because even when she was going back and forth with her, Cinco was like, "That's not our problem." You know, and you could see him saying it, but he wasn't loud. Like when the camera pans to him, like, yeah, we not in everybody's business. We not doing that. You know
I
what
love
I'm saying?
that, man.
And I just appreciated that moment because it was like he's communicating with her from across the room. You know what I'm saying?
But did you see how he was looking at her from across the room?
Yeah, like he was
That
on your
man
ass
in
side.
love.
I love
That
that.
man in love, girl. He was over there looking at her like she was his angel.
So of course, what's his name?
Which one?
The uncle voice.
Chris.
Yeah.
Chris and Alexis.
They're not together.
Not at all. And they really don't kind of truly elaborate as to what caused it other than...
She went into detail, but the detail was like a circle. Like,
yeah.
Okay, we're not together because we're not together.
That's why I'm like, I still don't understand.
She said she did some self-evaluations because there was a lot of things that he was complaining about, like her dominant energy and, you know what I'm saying, things like that. So she was trying to work on fixing these things. And so she took time by herself when they stepped away from the show to try to fix it. And then she realized, like, motherfucker, this ain't shit that she really got a problem to be fixing. You know what I'm saying? So being that he had a problem with it, she just left it where it was.
And she said that she did say that they both just kind of,
yeah,
they both just understood what it was.
That it wasn't,
even he said the same thing, that it won't no bad blood. It's just, they just kind of,
they just want
but
to
you could see, the motherfucking saltiness all over her.
Yeah, when he kept flirting with
That
Tatiana.
girl had a bag of salt. And
when
so did Clay Vassier, lying ass. He had a bag of salt too. That nigga was tight.
He was real tight. But you in a whole relationship that you just
lied about. You just lied about again.
That you just told the girl about today.
That you lied about again.
Like, she give me one of them people that you gonna miss me when I'm gone. Just wait. Like, she give me that.
Yeah,
she do say that.
Chris was on that ass.
Chris was on that ass.
Was making sure he flirted in front of Clay. But I did think that was kind of fucked up for him to do that.
You fumbled the bag
to Alexis, not Clay.
Oh,
I don't think he's wrong for doing that to Clay, but I feel like just a little bit to Alexis, that could be. You could have waited till she went around.
And let me say this: Tatiana took a deep ass pause.
Yeah, she liked
when they asked, was she dating anybody?
She said she got a. She got a line.
This is what she said. She said, "I got a roster," and he said, "And I'm on it."
He said, "I'm on it." He whispered it, but they caught it and they put the subtitles across the screen. I said, "Come on, catch that."
But he okay with being on the roster.
Yeah.
Come on now.
He surely is.
I think Clay Vassier was.
I'm not
but Clay, that nigga was sizzling. And
when you do your dirt, you
Chris sitting this way. Tati crossed there. Clay gonna talk about something the way you looking at her.
He said, "Bro, how you can see what?" He said, "I'm mad you can see my face from the back of my head." He said, "Oh, I didn't know you see that from the back of me."
Oh, but let's talk about your boy Brandon.
Babe.
What my man do? What my man do?
Ready to get at Charlie.
Yeah. Him and Charlie, he been giving her Google ass.
Mm-hmm. I think they are ready to start talking. I think they started talking already.
They hinted at it, but they didn't confirm.
They gave enough.
It was enough. Baby.
Enough blinky blink, blink, and
they asked.
I'm not gonna say I know that's right because he's supposed to be with me, so I'm not gonna say I know that's right. But like,
they asked them,
and Jared just made me want to just
smack. I mean, but what I will say, Jared is being 100% himself, and he's a whole gaslighter. He admitted that shit on the show. He said that they asked the question if you could switch partners with anybody, or if you could have did this with any other partner on here, who would have been?
Oh, that's messy as fuck.
He said that he would have chose. What was the girl's name that was with the one that said she didn't feel safe? I still don't know her name.
Oh, he said he wanted to
get with her so he can gaslight her. Like he can gaslight her like she do everybody else.
Back with her the way, that's what he said.
He said so I can gaslight her ass like she do.
She was the first couple that left.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's why I never remember them.
Yeah, you don't remember their names.
And see, I actually watched this episode with my husband, so he was really pissed off. at the fact, which I was irritated too as a female, that everybody was like co-signing her bullshit during the point when she was,
at the end when she was like she didn't feel safe. I
not even just that part, just everything about their relationship, and she was just like, well, I don't want to accept less than what I'm.
She was so rude.
Yeah, like I need someone that's
so
going to accept
rude.
me and treat me like the woman I deserve to be
I
treated as.
He didn't even do
like,
nothing.
He did nothing wrong.
He didn't until he said that shit.
At the end.
That's
when he went
and
out.
now he with his ex-girlfriend. They're in a relationship.
They've been together for a while now.
And then they asked her, would you dating anybody? And she took a long pregnant ass pause. And it was like, no, I need the right one, and you're never gonna find him. Not with that attitude. Not the way you are.
No, because not if you constantly saying that you don't feel safe when someone's having a conversation with you. That man won't yell at you.
And then they dug in her ass on that because the host got into her and was like, you shouldn't have said it like that. You should have just said, I'm feeling the aggression towards me. Okay, you like not talk to me in that tone or something like that. Not that you feel unsafe. She was like, because it became confusing. You telling him you feel unsafe. But he removes himself and then you're mad because you want him to come back and you think he's in the wrong.
Right.
And she was like, well, I can own up to that. That's the first time you owned any fucking thing through this whole entire process.
She apologized.
I don't think she know how to.
He said he appreciated it.
I guess.
That was the first amicable moment that I have seen between those two, other than when they first got on the show.
Yeah.
Right.
So I thought that was
I didn't know how they even meshed in the first place.
Because when you're online, you can pretend to be whoever you want.
Baby, ain't that much pretending in the motherfucking world. She was too much.
She pretended to be someone that she wasn't. And then when it got in real life, she switched up on that ass because she was pretending to be somebody she won't.
Well, I think we went through everybody because we got Charlie. Jared was
you got Clay into
you want to like Jared, but when he opened his mouth, it's like everything go to fuck left.
That lady was his soulmate. How is she your soulmate and you don't want to be with her?
She's somebody that he don't want out of his life. And she was like, what? You see what the fuck I'm saying? And then he
was
like...
That's the one that was trying to get her to...
That's the one with the one that basically only stayed
with her.
Yeah, right.
Uh-huh.
And then go tell her like, okay, well, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have to, we don't have to have no contact or whatever, but call me if you need anything.
That part. And she said, what the fuck?
Like, she was like, see, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. She was like, what? And everybody started understanding because he's telling you, like, no, I don't want you, but I want you.
Mixed messages figured out.
No, he got figured out. He know that he can fiddle faddle her ass and play with her like a motherfucking jamboree.
So he thought.
Yeah, until Brandon came in the picture and swooped in and saved the day.
I know that's right.
Brandon came in.
She had a little blush.
I get it.
And she made one thing I like that Charlie came out and said, I don't need this man for nothing.
She said that on the show though. She said she wasn't asking him.
She stood on that shit. I don't need this man. I got money.
And he was like,
he
would have wanted her to move to Texas. I mean, move from Texas. And she was like, no, I have the house. I make great money. Like,
right,
I don't even get child support. So why the fuck would I need you to take care of my baby?
Right. That part. But I love that she stood 10 toes on the baby. She let him know.
Now, I sure would like to see how it would play out with her and Brandon. Being that he ain't got no motherfucking kids and she got a focus.
Yeah.
Now,
that
might not work out in a bad way. It might could be a good thing. I'm just speaking from experience.
I mean, it might could be fault because you know somebody who had 4 kids.
Well, I didn't have a 4-piece. I didn't have a 4-piece, but I do know someone that had like 3, and dated someone that didn't have a child, and they were together for like 8-9 years. That, so yeah, okay, yeah.
It didn't last though.
No, it didn't. It didn't work out, but it wasn't like they ended on bad terms. They still cool to this day.
Okay, well, tomato, where there's a wheel, there's a motherfucking way.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
And not for everybody.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. So let's go on and talk about Janae and Phillip on Family or Fiance. So we're going to fast track this episode because it kind of seemed like she was not emotionally vested in this situation to me, in my opinion, even to the point I've never seen Tracy, as long as I've been watching Family or Fiance, which has been years, to tell somebody that if you're going to operate from a place of like fantasy, then I'm not going to operate with you in that same space. Like,
so you believe your life you want to, I'm not going to listen to it.
And then her man's was a recovering alcoholic to the point he had a ankle brace.
Alcoholic monitor.
I
ain't never heard of that shit either.
That's new.
I feel like I've seen it on something, but I can't remember
I
what
know
it
the
was.
ankle
monitor that measure your
alcohol
sweat
intake.
To see his alcoholic, like that's crazy.
What if I sweat or drop too much? Like, what we doing? I'm going. So now I'm in trouble because I didn't. Okay.
Well, he realized that he has a problem stemming from his alcoholism dealing with his son.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But she was dealing with stuff from her 17-year relationship prior to that one, and she needed to work through the emotional aspects because she would shut herself off and life was just going around her, and then she would come back as if nothing was wrong.
Yep.
And that's not a good way to cope with any problems. So they decided to hold the wedding. Now
I think that's a good idea.
They decided to hold the wedding while they were there, and when they left, they kept their wedding date.
Mm-hmm.
No, ma'am.
But they did say that they were going to therapy.
Yeah.
Yes.
So maybe
but
they
Tracy
felt
told
like
them straight the fuck up that she don't think that they knew themselves well enough to be able to know other people, to be able to function and know whether this marriage was right for them.
Right.
She wanted them to take more time and reevaluate.
And because this was like his first year, like recovering, right? If I'm not mistaken, that's a little too fast. She was saying that was too fast. I agree.
Yeah, he had only been sober for I think about 2 months.
And she wasn't like she was sober with him because she was still drinking too. She said she tried it for 2 months.
No, that's what happened. She tried sobriety for 2 months and then
she said, "Nah."
I think he'd been doing it for 10 months.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And he had a couple of more months left on the monitor.
That's crazy.
And Tracy said, "So what you gonna do with the monitor come off?"
He said,
"This nigga said I'm gonna give myself 2 years of not drinking before I decide to drink. Bitch, you talk about somebody who has an alcohol problem. You should never be thinking about a drink.
Shouldn't. I'm talking about.
I don't give a fuck if it's 2 years, 5 years, 10 years.
I mean,
no,
we get that, but addicts don't think that way. We understand it.
Well, he need different addict plans then, and different addict friends, and different addict sponsors.
I would think that he got to go to that anyway for that ankle.
It could be a requirement.
The ankle monitor was court ordered. It was court ordered.
Most of the time when they do the court order type situations like that, AA is always a requirement.
Right.
Too.
So he should. What I'm saying is he probably didn't learn too much. Then he learned a little bit because then he said.
But what the fuck he been listening to for 10 months?
That monitor beep.
That monitor. He ain't trying to go to no jail or none, whatever consequence they gonna give him. He don't want that.
He ain't taking
it.
He ain't taking the shit in. Beep. Not if he said think about a drink in 2 more years. Beep. You feel me?
Yeah, I'm saying he's not really learning too much or nothing. I mean, he just doing it for the time being, so he get off that.
Maybe he's just trying to get it back together because of their social life.
Yeah, or maybe he feels like he, after 2 years, he'll be able to control it. I doubt it, but maybe he feels like I'm say most alcoholics, it's going to be hard for you to control.
And a lot don't care who tells it. Unfaithful court in the act.
Baby.
Bryce and Katie.
Yes, Lord. Okay, so this was a doozy.
Not a doozy.
Yeah, it was a doozy. I'm trying to make sure I got this right now because I do recall the guy came because he had been dating the girl. I want to say for 3 years they have been dating. Most of these lately episodes have had like 3, 4, 2 around that range. But they have been dating for 3 years. Of course, he felt like, things were changing. Mm-hmm. Wanted to do the surveillance. They do the surveillance. They find out that she is, in fact,
in a relationship with somebody else.
A whole nother relationship. Whole nother one.
Wow.
Was this the rideshare one?
No, that was the one before.
Okay. So in this one, because I caught up, but I don't know. I got to remember. It be so many names. Jesus.
That part. I'm going to go get you a picture of them so you know who I'm talking about. Because this was a good one. But nevertheless, of course, every episode, they find out the person is cheating.
Right. I really want them to do an episode where the person ain't cheating. I think they have done one. They have done one where they weren't really doing anything. Worth reporting, I do believe.
No, I've never seen one.
I thought they did one like that.
That's crazy. I've never seen one. Nope. That's not him. I don't know who that person is.
This one, the one with the dog, was it?
No, that was Joseph.
I'm trying to think of all these people's faces.
Bryce and the names. Hold on. Bryce and Katie. Here you go. That's him. Dude with the glasses. So he found out that his girlfriend was cheating, and it was with the guy that basically linked them up together. So his girlfriend was into art. And one of the things that she used to do was sell like art pieces online. So like she would do like a TikTok live doing a painting, and then she would sell it based off of that. And I think he must have hit like some type of hardship. So she was covering the bills and stuff.
Yeah.
And then he got back to a position to where he could take care of them financially. But during COVID, he is a bartender.
Okay.
When COVID
He lost his
ended,
job.
when COVID ended, he got his job back, but he went out and he got caught
Having sex with
smashing
somebody
in the bathroom.
Mm-hmm. I remember.
He had a Donna and vagina slayer
he,
moment.
So he felt like basically she was
trying to get some
cheating to get back. It was
was
like get back cheating.
So,
Mhm.
so was he actually really mad about that? But
Yeah, and see,
he was
that's what
willing
Tammy.
to move forward.
That's what
yeah,
Tammy
probably
pointed
why.
out
That's
too.
probably why he was willing to move forward. He like, well, shit, I low key expected
Baby.
this low key a little bit.
Right, so he was
gonna
willing
do
to
a
move
song.
forward, but she wasn't.
Baby girl couldn't get past. But this is I think it was the way that she found
Why the
out.
fuck?
Let me tell you.
Okay.
Now the way that she found out
She
that
found
he
the
cheated
video.
on her is because this dumbass recorded it in his phone, and she
Yes.
saw it, the video in
Yeah.
the phone of him
Because he deleted
eating-
it, but it
eating
was
that
on his
thing in the bathroom.
because it was on
he
the
a
cloud.
munch. He a munch in the
It was
bathroom.
on the
Yes,
cloud.
baby. Mm-hmm. Tammy said in the bathroom.
Right.
That's unsanitary.
That is so unsanitary.
He said, I mean, she didn't pee or nothing first. That's nasty. Like, Bryce,
So that mattered.
it ain't never. I mean, I understand the man got needs. I get it.
Y'all do
But
it
the
in
back-
What eating coochie got to do with his
God,
needs
dang.
though? That ain't giving
A
him
clean
needs.
coochie.
What eating coochie got to do with his needs?
He was eating that and the booty in the back. I'm just saying.
But what the fuck that got
why
to do
you
with
could-
his needs?
I'm
That's
saying-
her
I'm saying-
needs being met.
But no,
not
it might
his.
be
Well,
his.
he liked
It might
doing
be
it.
his.
He
Yeah,
was bragging
so,
about
yeah,
that.
no, it could
He was bragging about that.
They ain't had no closets.
Apparently not. That's why they
You
was in
don't
the
have no
bathroom.
car.
They had a door.
And who the fuck was holding the camera?
Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah.
I did the same thing.
Yeah.
That's
I
the stupid
can't
part.
stand
The
that.
stupid part. Both of us went just like this at the same time.
Yeah,
Okay.
you gotta get it from all angles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Things like
So-
that. So.
Both of us did the exact same thing.
So-
Exact arm and everything. That shit's
Come
crazy.
to find out, the guy that actually linked them together
Mhm.
is the one that she was cheating with. So of course they caught them in the act. They went to, I think, like an art
That's
show
crazy.
and popped up on a baby boy. Bryce,
He turned up.
yeah, baby. The
I know,
baby was
that's
in there
right.
trying to
Let's flip
fight.
this up.
He turned up for the one
Was
time.
trying to fight, baby. One,
Let me
two,
flip
three,
this
four,
up.
five.
Turned up for the one time. Like,
Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it.
turned up for the one time.
Get it, hit it, hit it, hit it.
Like,
Oh.
Yeah, but he wanted his girl back.
And she ain't want it. She told him that she basically got her revenge. That was what it was. She was like, he cheated
But
on
she
me.
couldn't trust him.
But she
from that
also
point.
was playing the other dude because
Did
she
she
didn't
feel like
tell
she
the
could
other
be
dude.
trusted too?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she lied to the other dude because she told the other dude that she didn't live with him, that she had a roommate or she was staying. No, she told him that she was at the mom's because the mom was the one that was supposedly watching the children that was with the boyfriend.
Yeah.
Bryce
He was watching her
babysitting.
kids
He was her babysitter,
while she was out
getting her back
babysitting the other kids in her womb.
and getting smashed in the car
Mhm.
because they
She was-
caught her on camera
That is
smashed
so
in the car.
messed. Oh, she thought she was savage, but she was getting that get back for real.
Yeah,
She
she
was
got it in the
babysitting the
car.
kids in her throat and everything.
Yeah.
you know
Yeah, because he
what
called her the throat goat.
I'm
Oh,
saying?
she's the-
He called her the goat.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, because she had his name saved as something else on her phone, didn't it?
It was a girl's name.
Yeah.
But it said something about her being a
But
throat
when
goat.
they,
And that's how he was like, wait a minute.
What?
And then
when
Tammy
they
was like,
together,
well, you know,
they would have to
sometimes
change the name.
Tammy was like, you know, sometimes women will save, you know,
Other people's
other
names.
people under another
Yeah,
name.
that's true.
Mhm.
But why you giving out secrets, Tammy? Don't tell nobody that.
Yeah,
She
stop.
done told America's.
For real,
Now
chill.
everybody know what
Damn,
we
what
be
happened
doing.
to girl? Go, girl. What the hell?
Ain't no
No, I
fucking
don't do
weed.
that,
I don't do
Ain't
that.
no
Yeah, I
fucking
don't do
weed.
I don't
speak-
do that.
I don't speak that kind of
No,
French.
I don't do. I don't do that.
The pause.
No, 'cause I have
See,
did it before in my life, but I don't do it now. I don't do it now
Oh.
in my lifetime. I've been living for 22 years. I
Speaking
did
of
it one time.
motherfuckers that don't do shit, let's get into Baddies Africa and how Dolly don't be being a good leader.
Oh yeah, she
That way
didn't
that
get her
bitch
baddie
ain't getting no
changed.
shine.
She-
So
did no
did
baddie
they think
shame.
that who thought that she was a leader? She thought she was a leader.
Well, Natalie said.
Did you say
her
she
lifetime.
thought she was a leader?
She had to think that she was a leader because ain't nobody else think that shit. That
Well,
Dolly was
Natalie apparently thought it because Natalie was saying that she was gonna give Dolly a baddie shame because she felt like she was the only person from last season that didn't get one, and she been standing on business. She said, but
She
as of
seized out
lately,
last season.
as of lately, she
Yeah,
has not
but
been showing leadership
She
qualities.
seized out last
You're
season.
an ass. Take time out. Where is the sheet at? We about to make her a
The
ghost.
only thing that she be acting like is a bully.
Yeah, I'm not looking at her. So yeah, but she admitted, she 100% admitted that she was being messy, and
Yeah,
Natalie
she
told her
was
she won't
fucking
get the
bully.
change for that.
And so anybody who was mad at fucking DTB for defending herself ultimately, because that's what that fucking was. Can it? Like, Choco, you were just a casualty of war, and Dolly set you the fuck up.
And now I would have been a little. If I was Choco, now that's the only person I felt bad.
Once I figured out that Dolly brought me in that room,
bullshit, I would
have tagged Dolly ass too.
Yeah,
because you are the reason why she thought that we were on bullshit.
Yeah, that's
if
true.
she took a second, they
to
took a
talk.
beat.
Mm-hmm.
A beat, and I feel like now
she
first of all, I don't know why the fuck they told these bitch on the bus that they felt like that DTB was gonna apologize. I don't know why the fuck they said.
They said no. I think they said
never
maybe she'll apologize.
I think she has.
Pretty bitch said what you call?
Yeah, she apologized and go back and do the same shit again.
She apologized to Tinkerbell and didn't do nothing again after that. She calmed down after her apology to Tinkerbell, and they became cool.
What she said? She's a troll. She's a
clown.
Oh, she a clown. She a troll.
Yeah, she a troll. But
she admits it.
She had me tripping because Dolly said something to DTB about her when they was fighting and she was doing something. DTB said, "Yeah, bitch, if you can't beat them, sneak them." That's what she said. I was like,
I love DTB, man.
I love her. She has
but
something
about it. Situation she's been quiet.
About what situation?
Except for this situation, she's really been quiet.
What the situation with Choco? And
besides that,
okay. Speaking of Choco, I like her.
Oh, baby,
but
she
then
can fight though. She can fight.
I'm starting not to like her a little bit because I feel like she started something with K. Rican that was unnecessary. Because when they went to the winery, like later in the episode, they get to the winery and the table with K. Rican, Cold Killer, all of them were having,
and they were
like,
trying to have that
kumbaya
moment
they were trying to talk,
about
but
what
really
happened with Tavi, which that shit. Okay,
so
before we even get to the winery though,
that's a man. How she act? Just
bruh,
at this point, like at first I
said that from day.
I thought she was a girl at first. I'm not gonna lie.
She's
I thought
just
she was
a very
little,
athletic female.
I'm not talking about face structure and when she get mad.
Body
it's like,
structure
this bitch becomes a nigga. Like that's a man when she gets mad. It's like, oh my god, stay from that little boy. Or that big boy.
And her face don't never match. Oh, y'all make me forget.
Timeout.
Hold up. We're gonna do a timeout too, because I gotta go back to Janae and Philip on Family of Fiance, because whoever the fuck did your makeup, Janae, when you first got there, baby, we was looking at a two-tone figure.
We was.
Okay, because from here to here, bitch, you was a different person.
But you know what? Like, you're gonna do better. I don't see it in you. But you know, makeup artist was not on point.
This bitch said I don't see it in you, but you gotta do better.
You ain't got no faith in my girl.
We can't make this shit up.
I don't see it in you.
Because we was talking about it when we seen it. I was just like, bro, why is her? I said, do you realize? Because I thought I was tripping. You know what I'm saying? These ain't got no prescription in them, so I really thought that my ass was playing tricks on me. And I'm like, I know you got 4 ass, so between the 6 of us,
and I thought my 4 wasn't gonna work.
We should be able to figure it the fuck out. And we looking at it, and I'm like, you don't see the difference between like
the bottom half.
Somebody
and the
didn't
top
blend
half.
right. It just didn't. It won't.
It's one thing to have the neck and the face different, but to have 2 different parts of your fucking face.
You put both of the time out?
That's weird.
But we can get back into the man bitch topic.
Yeah. Mr.
The she-man. We gonna call her she-man.
Like,
which one? Choco?
Tavi. No, Tavi. You think that's a
Choco
girl?
Look more like a girl.
No, that her
girl.
look. I'm talking about the way that bitch fight. She
she fight.
She
I could see
that. Is woman king.
She fights like a girl, but she fights like a girl that don't play games.
That is woman king.
No, that ain't.
That's the African Taseki.
You think she new Taseki?
I'm asking.
That's the African Taseki.
She could fight like a motherfucker. Maybe Ivory. She might be Ivory part 2. I can give her that, but maybe not.
Baby.
So you think Taseki harder than Ivory?
Yes.
I don't know. Like, that would be a hard one. That'd be a hard one.
Who got more hands? Yes. Seki got Ivory hands times
She
10.
done had people bleeding and some like Avery do too. Don't get it wrong, but I think she keeps it cute.
Yeah, because Taseki was hitting straight body shots.
And she only do that one time. She only got to hit you one time.
And she know how to
leave
bob
it.
and weave too,
You know
so you ain't gonna hit her in the process of her
that bitch
boxing
like,
your
bop.
tooth out. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So yes, a chokehold. Okay, this is why I said she's starting to rub me the wrong way. So when they at their winery,
we still ain't finished the topic
we
situation before you get to the winery.
I'm sorry
about why they was having a conversation at the
winery.
winery.
So okay, they started the conversation because Elsie and Tavi are still going at it because Elsie feels like Tavi is a traitor, so to say, because she gave Cold Killer that in the club.
We're all not fucking friends.
Because what I don't understand about that is how Elsie said that Cold Killer was never in the conversation. She was never a part of the conversation.
But that's what the whole conversation is about.
When I tell you,
I was when Elsie said that, I was just like, but that's the whole reason why y'all are even fighting.
From the end of the last episode to the first 10 to 15 minutes of this episode, I was sitting there like, what the fuck? I rewound it like 3 times, trying to understand how the fuck you didn't get her name in a situation that is about her, for that one. Part. And for 2, how the fuck did a fight between me and my roommate end up being me fighting in the fucking kitchen?
Okay, so her fighting in the kitchen is because after she popped off on Elsie and gave her that quick 1-2 mink mink, she went into the kitchen and she started talking to Cold Killer like, yeah, because remember you dapped me up and said
that's what she was saying.
You did your big one. And Cold Killer was just like, I didn't say nothing. I
never said that.
Like, well, I don't know what you talk about. And at that point, she already riled up because she just got into it with Elsie.
I didn't think that she came in there wanting to fight, though. She did not come in there wanting to fight.
But she came in there on 30.
She was on 10.
Yeah,
she
but
was still
you could tell that she was not yelling at her.
She wasn't,
but
you could
tell
still yelling.
She explained. She was trying to
explain.
But you can't talk to everybody that way. You can't talk to everybody that way.
They're not cool.
Everybody ain't going to accept that.
They're not friends. They fought already. So
and I was like, damn.
Like, for me, yelling at me is a trigger. That's going to cause me to get defensive and maybe want to scrap you. So I can understand. Don't come in here yelling at me. Talk to me. Yeah. If you're trying to ask me a question, calm your ass down.
You could tell that.
But she was on 10.
But I don't feel like Cold Killer said what she said. Cold Killer said.
I don't think Cold Killer said anything. I believe she did dap her up.
Cold Killer got so defensive.
She was like, "Why the fuck would I dap up my eye? Why would I say
she
that?"
She didn't say she didn't dap her up.
She 100%
but she
said
did. She didn't say. What she said was, I didn't say what you said. I said it to you. Because why would I say you did your big one when you fought me? Like you fought me and my girls. So why the fuck would I give you any types of props? Like dapping you up? Yeah, but
she
the
got
words,
mad.
No.
Tavi got big mad and threw something at Cold Killer.
Yeah,
and when she threw it, that's when Cold Killer started throwing. That bitch was trying to throw everything, okay? I saw a wine bottle, I think I saw. It was some type of bottle.
You should have seen security.
No, what's the girl with the missing side tooth? The light skin.
Oh, freaking.
So it was so funny because she was drinking. I guess she was drinking like a Red Bull or something. And she said that bitch done and she was talking to Tavi, but you could tell she wasn't trying to fight her. She was really trying to get to an understanding of what the fuck was even going on.
And Tavi popped off.
It felt like I needed her at that moment because I didn't understand what the fuck was going on. Like I said, I watched the shit 3 times. And she put that damn can down and security snatched that bitch right on up. Had Rican in one arm and her Red Bull in the other.
And Tavi was popping off on her. Tavi was popping off on Rican. And Rican was like, bitch, I ain't got nothing to do with this.
But now I got a fucking problem with you though. Now I got a problem.
I hate the way she talk. Can we like the way she talk?
I love it. It's so cute.
You like it?
I think it's so cute.
You been saying
Southern.
You let me show you?
No, it's not.
Now I got
I'm talking about how she said. I'm talking about her lip, her bottom lip.
Her bottom lip.
Like Masika when she
her bottom lip is dyslexic.
Yeah, and then you can see all her teeth at the bottom, and one is missing.
All you can see is this side of her mouth, though. Like her lip.
Trying to say she talk like that
too is missing.
So you trying to
her
say
whole lip?
You know that it's a what is it called? It's a damn disorder. Well, not a disorder, but this issue that causes like half of your face to be paralyzed.
Maybe that's
but half her face not like her top lip is straight. Her bottom
lip
lip go to the side. You know what I'm saying?
Seen all of this.
And then that's always showing that. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to show it to you, dog, because I'm telling you.
But like when she talk, like when she
like, who the fuck can see? Why if I'm missing a tooth right here? Why the fuck can you see it every time I'm talking to you?
Because it's not right here. Well, I mean, think
about
it.
But no, you gotta watch her.
It's a side tooth.
It ain't too much on the side. It's more like the side front side.
Yeah,
so
you're
that's
right.
Why
it is the front side. Yeah,
because I mean, side.
Why her lip dipped down?
It dipped all the way, like to the creases. But what I will say though, when her mouth is closed, when she's not opening her mouth, she is pretty. But she got to make sure her mouth is closed.
I think she's pretty
in order
even with
to
her
be
missing
pretty.
tooth.
I think she's
You
pretty.
cannot talk about me any fucking
I think
more,
she's
bro.
beautiful.
Like,
That's why I
I
put
got the
that-
worst.
She is beautiful. I'm not, you know. She's a beautiful
She beautiful.
girl.
Like, she shut the fuck up.
But she just has to close her mouth when she, you know.
Now, that damn argument led from the kitchen to the bus because they talked about it on the bus on the way to the winery.
Yes,
And then to the point where Cold Killer couldn't let it go. Fauna, is it Fauna?
Fauna.
Couldn't let it go.
please
They
let
was
it
like,
go.
oh no, my bitch she needs some understanding. Like, because we not
You're
understanding.
not understanding.
Natalie's in there like, y'all are loud. Y'all are loud. We're in a winery. Be bougie. Like, you know.
Girl,
be cute.
she don't be bougie when
Have
she
some
be
class.
get into it with
Like, come on,
Scotty.
y'all are loud.
Have some class.
Y'all are loud.
I know she ain't gonna do that one because when she get into it with Scotty, it's a whole big old scene. So
That part. You got to arguing with Scotty over her eating her food before everybody because her plate came first. Come on now. You mad because
you
they at the
hangry.
winery trying to
Because you
resolve
hangry,
something?
bitch.
Right.
So yeah, it led from there.
Then she should have had a
Now-
fucking house meeting before they got on the bus.
Wow.
That's what she should have did.
That what the fuck she
They
shoulda
had
did.
the house
Her
meeting the night
meetings goes-
before.
No,
Terrible.
they needed a new house meeting.
For what? So they can start throwing more food?
Yes.
That's all they gonna do. Throwing food, throwing hands, baby. That's all they do.
Yes. They get to the winery. They're still talking about this subject because they really wanted some understanding. They told them no fighting at the winery. So I will give
You didn't
Tavi.
say no fight on the sidewalk outside the winery.
I'm gonna give Tavi her props
Let's be
because
specific
baby girl, Cold Killer got pissed. They had the conversation and won't go on the way that she wanted to. Baby took that damn
Because they were
purse
all
and chucked
talking.
it.
They were
Okay.
all talking over top of each other. It was no room for understanding.
Because
it was
everybody had something.
my point is more important than yours. That's all it was, and that's why it wasn't effective. They needed a mediator that wasn't Pretty P or none of them.
Because Pretty P was like, that bitch a liar.
Let me say something
that bitch a
about
liar.
one of them. Why is Ivory security this season?
Ivory
What the
is
fuck are we
no,
doing?
she's not
they need to
security.
remove
She's
her.
a coach.
She's not. Yes,
She's coaching.
No, she's also breaking this shit up. She's
Yeah, she did. She did stop.
but she's
Tavi.
coaching you.
yeah, she is doing it.
I think
Bitch, hit
that
her harder. Swing.
She need to be security.
your head
Don't
up.
pull her ass. She's damn near not a part of the cast anymore.
but
They
she's
need to
only
remove her.
security for her friends.
You think so?
Yes.
No.
Because
I don't
Killer,
think so.
she's cool with Killer. I only
Yeah,
say
she
this
is.
because
Yeah, so
this
she
episode
took Tabby outside to calm Tabby down at the house.
She didn't know LCK. She took LCK. Every time LCK get mad, she took her.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm talking about like her
And
actually
that bitch, when she
stopping
get mad,
the fight,
she be
like
possessed
physically
by a
pulling
devil.
somebody from out the fight, breaking them up and stuff.
But she
pulled
pulled her
Tavi
away
by
from-
her damn hands, baby. Pulled that bitch back. Okay, like out the fight so that she could not fight Cold Killer. Okay, because she was whooping Killer's ass. Killer's little. But I will say, Killer held her
can't fight.
own. Even though she can't fight,
Yeah.
she didn't get beat up like I thought she was gonna get beat up by this big giant Amazonian. It didn't happen.
Gonzalo.
No, that's a big. Ooh, that's a big
It
one
didn't
right
happen.
Is she man?
Baby,
Yeah, when
and that's
when you
why
walk past,
Ivory
it's she
pulled
one
her
of them
ass
people like,
back.
oh shit, she
I
big
want
as
to know
fuck.
what if she was a trans?
She could be. She say she
could be a
ain't.
sex change.
Yeah,
Her body look
they
like
shouldn't let her on there though. They need to put her on Bad Boy.
What is our safe word? Do we got a safe word?
No, do you need one?
Yeah.
safe word. You feel
What if she's
insecure?
a trans?
I'm just saying, she looked like a man.
She is.
Okay, but Jocelyn looked like a man when she came out.
No, when she
Not
first,
like that.
I ain't
Shit,
gonna lie.
yes, the hell they
She
did.
don't
People
fight
thought
like that.
it was to the point. Jocelyn, baby, it was
And what's
to the
the
point
other
people
girl?
thought she
The
was a
other
man,
girl
so much
that
she had
had
to
the
take a
two
full blown naked
pigtails
picture.
on, going wild.
TT.
Oxypearl,
TT or Oxypearl.
both of them kind of look
Oxypearl.
mannish. TT look mannish
I
at times too.
think sometimes
That
like you
bone
gotta catch
structure
you
is-
gotta
It's the
catch TT,
makeup
but TT
for
don't
me.
always
bone
look.
structure.
It's the makeup and the
TT
weave.
don't
whoever
always
fuck
look like
with-
a boy.
Hey,
The makeup and the weave.
what's her name? Kelly. Can Tavi use your glam squad?
No, Kelly.
Please.
don't
Y'all ain't
think
even
that's
on the
gonna
same
save
show. Y'all ain't
No.
even in the same country.
No, Kelly.
So
I don't think that's gonna work because if you tell her
Tavi.
that you don't want her using your glam squad, she might try to fight you.
Oh damn. And we don't need that.
And you already small.
Yeah, you little.
That's too
Who
much.
TT?
I don't
TT
want to see a
hold her
repeat of
own,
Cold
though.
Killer.
I will
I'm
say
gonna
TT.
Tavi.
Okay. So yeah, this is what I was leading up to. While they're still having their conversation at the winery before they get outside, Cold Killer ended up throwing her purse at Tavi, popped the shit out of her. Let's say that. I give Tavi props because she did not budge. She ain't get up and swing on that bitch, even though I know she wanted to. Because baby, you throw something at me, it's on the pop, and I don't care where we at.
And it hit me.
Yeah,
Cause you're
hard.
You're not gonna sit there like
she ain't
me.
do nothing.
Like
She
me,
stayed
like
calm.
pissed me the fuck off.
You
But
ain't
she
gonna
was
sit
still
there like
yelling.
me.
She was still yelling. but she ain't get up and swing back. In the midst of that, K. Rican said something. I guess all of them at this point got beef with somebody at the table. And K. Rican was like, y'all bitches stay using us for a storyline. Like, we y'all storyline, bitch. And she's talking to Elsie at this point because Elsie said something and had put Killer and K. Rican in the midst of that conversation.
But Elsie is really
Choco,
caught up on them.
Yeah, Choco now decides that she's gonna say, "Who are you talking to? You talking about me?
Bitch,
you got a problem with me?
Bitch, we don't even know
you. Won't even hear.
Right.
Okay?
Bitch, we don't even know you.
So now she's trying to make a fucking story.
Yes. So K. Rican was just like, why would I be talking to you if you won't even hear for half of the shit? You just got here. Why would I be talking to you?
Episode.
She was like, so now you're making me feel like, because you tried to check her, basically, and now she's like, but you're not about to check me, so since you're trying to check me, let me check you. You want this shit, we can do it. Yeah. So they end up fighting outside, too.
Coco did her ass, didn't it?
Coco beat her ass.
Choco. My bad.
Choco. She is Coco. She's very chocolate.
She is.
Okay?
Sorry, my bad. I thought it fit, you know.
Now we can give her a nickname.
Chocolate Woman King. Okay.
No, I don't think she gives man.
But we need to
she gives me Viola Davis.
She just gives me.
She does not.
Tell me she don't.
Oh my gosh.
Not Viola. How much you want to bet if she take that wig off, she got the same fro as Viola Davis.
No, time out.
Diabolical.
How much you?
And you talking
about Viola Davis ain't a bad look.
That's why I say word.
That's
why I say word right there. Diabolical.
Diabolical is a safe word. That's not a safe word.
So we're not using that word. We're not using that word.
I don't know, like she
I overuse the word.
Yeah, so. It's okay if you overuse it.
She just looked like a hood chick that just fight in the street all day. That what Choco give me. I don't think she give me.
She look like a hood chick.
She don't look like no hood chick.
When she started fighting,
she looked like she probably the woman. She's probably the what's it called?
Call her a woman king one more time.
I want to say a woman king.
That's not a man.
I was gonna say the captain of their village or something, but.
And they put her out on the front line. They put her because they know she can whip ass.
She just like the chicks in Wakanda.
So she like Milan.
Yeah, she got to be front line.
In the army.
You know what?
You know they put Milan on the front line.
Wakanda.
To save them.
She like to be in Wakanda. Yeah, the bald headed one in Wakanda that was.
Yes. You know what? She's the bald head. Yeah, just take her wig off. You know what? I think she'll look cute bald too.
Going to hell.
Let her take her wig off. She might be bald.
I want to see what the head look like.
She might be bald under that.
Yeah, speaking of wigs, we random. I want to see what her hair look like underneath.
It might not be none. I don't think it's none.
It gotta look better than Bahati's do with her missing hair.
Oh baby, she's
because Bahati
that bitch hair. Oh my god.
Snatch that hoe.
She need to go call Rolly and see about the implants that she had to pay for.
I am hot. Ain't nowhere in the world you gonna pull my hair out like that, and I'm not gonna get back at you.
She did though.
You think that we gonna be hugging and stuff? She needed to.
Bahati snuck her from behind. She turned around because they were trying to get cool after that. I think
she was,
that what's her name?
Daisy.
Daisy was feeling bad. Daisy felt bad, so they had a conversation about it. And
Natalie
Bahati was not for that. She's like, no, you look at my head. Like, look at my head.
She was over there telling something. Come on, we can hug it out. She was like, girl, get your hands off me.
Get off me.
Get hands off me. Take your hands off.
And that's how Bahati Daisy turned around. Daisy wasn't letting it go either because of her busted lip.
Bahati was laughing at it though.
Yeah, I'm saying Bahati didn't have no problem with her. She had the problem after the busted lip. And then now you pull her fucking braids on and think y'all gonna be cool. Now
well, no, I don't even think she knew they weren't gonna be cool. Natalie tried to make them have a conversation just for the sake of the house.
Daisy wanted to be cool. I don't care. Like she gave me like I was like, damn, I went too far.
Yeah,
like, I went too fucking far.
That's what it is.
We could have been cool after this shit. I low-key want to be cool still.
I don't think she wanted to be cool with her, but I think she felt bad.
You gotta fucking pull somebody's braids off.
Yeah, that was braided down
baby,
too,
and everybody.
Well, they did look a little stale, so they might have been loose.
Yeah, they. Not from her fucking scalp.
Not you don't touch your ass out. See, don't say that from her fucking scalp though. Like, come the fuck on now. Like, no.
Oh shit.
Oh my goodness.
She was wishful.
That was a crazy fight. that was definitely wishful thinking. No.
Ooh, y'all got me in tears. That was crazy.
That was a lot. You know who I'm not liking though? I don't think I'm really a fan of TC right now. Like I just feel like she be trying to pick.
She's a bully.
Yeah, like what are you trying to pick with people for?
Trying to stay relevant for that 50 grand.
True.
Only person that's working out for is Bahati. I'm telling you.
For real.
Because Bahati, honestly, I don't
she
think
gonna
she's
need
showing
that 50
out.
grand so
I
she
think
can
she's
get the
gonna get
implants to get her braids put back in.
I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
that
she's gonna
Bahati is just being her normal self, whereas everybody else is trying to be
Trying.
elevated
Yeah, trying,
and they're
yeah.
doing too much. Like Daisy, you ain't have to do that girl like that. Because what was the point of you pulling her hair out? What do you gain from that? And then you saw her crying. You said you feel bad. That's when she was like, I didn't, she tried to hear her out because Natalie made them sit and have that conversation. And Bahati kept saying, like, I never said, like, I wasn't talking about you. And she was like, you let them bitches get in between our friendship. No, you
let them bitches get in between.
Because you listened
and
to
everybody else kept
Coco
saying,
is who
why
she
the
should've
fuck are y'all fighting?
They should have fought Coco.
You know what they should have
No, I'm
did? They
saying.
should have popped the blood vessel in the left eye to match the right
That's
side.
what
That's what I'm saying.
they
Like,
both should have got another eye.
Now,
Right,
she got y'all fighting, and one got a busted lip, and one ain't got
And
no
for
head.
what?
And she
Because when they
said
move
that-
into the new house, she gonna have to get a new
She
roommate.
said, now we even. She said, look at my lip and look at your hair. Now we even.
Oh, bitch, that was a low blow. You went to hell with that one.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
what they, yeah,
and that's when
it.
and Bahati was like, okay, this bitch is just. This
All right, let me
bitch
get
is
her ass.
trying
Hold on,
it.
I'm ready to
She said,
get her
I'm
ass.
gonna let her think it's cool.
And she tank.
And Natalie over there on the couch with her legs up. She was like, my coochie is showing. Thank God I wore underwear today. She was like, they're just fighting and falling all over me. Natalie, shut up. You started this. You knew they was gonna fight.
did.
You
Like,
brought
come on
her
now.
out here to do that. You knew they was gonna fight.
She about to tell her, I'm gonna give you a head start.
Ready, say, and go.
But that this episode was just.
I think Glossop's
Too
ready
much.
to fight somebody too, ain't she?
No, I didn't see that part. I missed the preview for next week. What's
Glossop
gonna
nigga
happen?
just-
Glossop gonna fight somebody. I don't remember.
Tell her go listen to Trina.
Oh, speaking of Glossop, y'all know she beefing with her friend now.
Well,
I said tell her go listen to Trina.
You so petty.
That's the song that
with the Keisha Coles.
Tell her go listen to that. Cause that shit a bop, bro. Like, author was like, no, but for real, like that shit's stupid. I feel like her beef with Glorilla behind that is kind of dumb. Because it's a business move. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it's like, why not let her get the song and get the opportunity? Because bitch, you won't go get it. You trolled the girl behind her nigga. So why did you think she was gonna give you any motherfucking thing but dust?
Why do you feel like that Glow is supposed to stop her flow? Stop her flow. For you, bitch, you ain't paying her bills. You don't know what obligations she got to use that money for. She could be taking for she had a lot of family members. She said it was a lot of them.
Or she could be like B. Simone.
Her mama had 10 children.
She could be like B. Simone. She was shopping at Bloomingdale's, but then she had to go shop at H&M, baby. So she's trying to get back to that Bloomingdale money. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, like, you stupid. When you said B. Simone, I thought about the whole controversial thing that's going on.
Yeah, I'm talking about that too. That's what I'm talking about.
When she was mad at her best friend for getting a damn opportunity because they won't do it together.
She did say that.
I
just don't feel like she's a good friend, but I mean, hey.
That part, everybody, because why would you be mad over your friend?
Why are you mad at that?
Let me tell you something, y'all.
I wish I would.
Let me talk to America.
Not America.
We are not crabs in a motherfucking barrel.
Not at all.
Everybody got an opportunity to get out here and get it. Get the fuck up and get out there and get it. Everybody not meant to be a rapper or a singer or an actress or some other thing like that. You know what I'm saying? Find your niche and stick the fuck to it. You know what I'm saying? Because this hating on your friend because your friend doing something and you ain't doing it is super weird and messy energy. Like, ain't nobody for that shit.
Right.
Ain't nobody for that shit because, you know, I could be a brand ambassador and that be my niche. But this bitch over here, she doing candles and shit. And this motherfucker is actually a comedian and we just didn't know about it. You know what I'm saying? So we just got different things going on.
Hey, you keep playing. I'll be on some.
That one over there is a full-blown dancer.
She will be. This fool thinks she look like a 38. What you think? 38?
20. About like
she
20
meant to say 12. She meant to say 12.
I said late 30s, early 40s, like round there. I'm in my mid age, and you know when I put on my silky. When I put on my silky, I'm
silky wilky.
Yeah,
yo, silky wilky. Hold on, because you got to make sure you get the robe and pop. Okay.
You know we're gonna tell her whammy. You know what we're gonna tell her whammy. But nah, like that shit, that hating energy is just like
that is so weird. Especially when you're already successful. Why are you mad because your friend is trying to be successful? Damn, what the fuck? So only one successful person could be in a friend group?
Especially when my friend been facing evictions, had to go to get Medicaid, food stamps.
Like, so hold on, B. Simone was mad with her friend?
Yeah, B. Simone was mad with the friend.
So her friend...
I didn't hear that part.
Her friend basically had been struggling. She never
I know about all that.
Help, but she said
I didn't know that combined together. I thought
she said an opportunity came, like, was presented to her basically for something. They didn't elaborate on what. And she said she called B. Simone to tell her the good news or whatever. And she was like, B. Simone basically didn't give her the energy that she thought she would give her. And
was this before or after she came to America and told America that B. Simone didn't help her out?
This was in the same interview.
The same interview, yeah.
No. Which opportunity happened first? Did you get an opportunity or did you get an eviction first? You got an eviction first, right?
Oh, I don't know. That part I don't know.
That's my problem.
I didn't see the full interview.
I didn't see the,
I just saw the clip
bitch,
that was on
if you came for me like that on the internet about your shit that you never told me about in the first place.
Well, no.
No, this happened in one sentence. So either way, if I would have felt this way or not, we didn't have this conversation until now. You've been acting weird and saying like, oh, like I said something to you like.
But also the context of the conversation.
And they ended the conversation.
I'm gonna say the context of the conversation wasn't necessarily like you didn't help me out. It was just her saying like, I don't, just because you are who you are, I don't lean on you to help me out of my situations because I gotta go through my own shit.
No, I feel like she still did feel some type of way.
She probably did. Because she mentioned that B. Simone was helping everybody else.
That's definitely a clear indication that you got a problem with the fuck I'm doing with my shit.
But B. Simone had a problem because she was getting her own shit. Like, who gets mad over that though? She said after, she was like, I was so hurt and I didn't understand why I was hurt. She said I had to do some self-reflecting and then I had to call you back and be like, I'm sorry. Because she was just like, I should have been supportive and I'm over here mad. She said, because I'm the type of person that's like, if you want to get something done or you want to get something done, I'm like, all right, cool, let's do this. I'm going to help you. Let's get it. She was like, we can do it together.
That's what Simone said?
Yeah, she was mad because the opportunity wasn't for the both of them. And it was just for her friend.
Oh, but B. Simone get opportunities by herself all the fucking time.
You have you're B. Simone.
You walk on red carpets.
Do she get
yes.
You on Wild
She walk on red carpets. You on Wild and Out. You on the whole.
But she said she had to go start shopping at H&M because she didn't have Bloomingdale's money no more, baby. So
because
and so the girls eating her up. What the fuck is wrong with H&M?
Because she wrote that damn self-help book and was plagiarized the whole time. So I'm pretty sure she's losing some money for some stuff.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh. And maybe people ain't checking for B. Simone, like,
they not. They used to check for her bad. They ain't check for her like that.
I don't even think I.
They said they need to wrap. People said no. She not. They need to. She need to wrap up this podcast too. That's what they say. Yeah, great.
They need to stop doing my girl.
I like her, but I feel like she can be a little
like her, but she
got her moments.
And we know she ain't on none of our reality shows, but this is reality check-in, so we checking in. Reality,
social media is reality.
Yes, shout out to Zoe because y'all need to go watch him every Monday because he brings all the tea.
Oh, Messy Monday.
Messy. That's what we want.
Oh, Messy Monday.
He brings all the tea. So shout out to my boy. I've been watching him for years. I've been watching him since Vine.
And you know who else? They cover some of the shows that we watch. DJ Richie Sky. He's a good watch.
I don't like watching him.
Lovely T. She does a lot
of... I do.
She's real good.
She not even on camera. She just do her voiceover.
She's on camera too. She starts doing camera now.
Oh, okay.
And then she also does live
DJ Richie Sky, I don't know what it is. I just can't get with it. I can't get with the... Because I found him because he was... he's friends with Carlos King. Mm-hmm. So I started following him, and then it was just like, I'd rather watch Carlos and Heavenly.
Carlos is more animated than DJ. DJ is a little bit more chill, laid back. Carlos also,
I'd rather watch Carlos and Heavenly together.
See, I don't like Heavenly too much.
But I like Heavenly and Carlos together when they're doing recaps of the shows. I don't like Carlos by himself.
I like Carlos. No, Carlos by himself.
Interviews, yes, but in as far as recaps of the shows, no,
because he's just like
he's an executive producer of the show, and he's doing a recap of the show. No, but it's different because Heavenly be helping him with recaps of shows that are his and that aren't his.
I just don't care for.
But Heavenly. They stopped doing it.
She's so inappropriate. She
wasn't that bad on his show.
Was she?
No, she wasn't. Not in my opinion. Not as bad as she was when she was doing the
her
shit by
own
herself,
thing?
talking about her friends. No,
Well,
she wasn't that bad.
You know why?
Because Daddy
Carlos
got on her.
Probably, Carlos was like,
Daddy got on her
because
at one point he told her she couldn't do it. So instead of her going on YouTube, she couldn't do Heavenly University on YouTube or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of her being on YouTube, she went to another platform to go do it where you had to pay in order to see it.
Yeah, Patron.
Yeah.
It makes sense though.
So. But now she stopped doing it with Carlos altogether, so I haven't been watching it.
He's doing something else now with Claudia Jordan and
I don't like Claudia Jordan.
I like her. Well, only reason why I like her because I seen her when she was on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and that was so funny.
The couple shows and shit.
That ain't nothing.
That's not a good representation.
Now her on Real Housewives was funny. When I tell you she had a whole roast on Nene's wig, baby.
Ooh.
She went in on Nene and her wig for a good 5 minutes, baby, and it was nothing but joke after joke after joke after joke. I said, I love this lady. Okay,
I'll make sure y'all send us the tea so we can talk about it. Because even if it's not on a show, it's surrounding the show, it's surrounding celebrities, it's surrounding reality. You know what I'm saying? We'll tap into it.
Tap.
You know. So, because there be a whole lot going on, man. The girls be girling.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Life After Lockup is coming out in August.
Oh my God. Who's going to be on there?
So we have KJ and Brooke. They're returning.
Okay.
Kiana and what's his name? Demadre, whatever. They're returning.
They together?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if they're together. More so than they're just openly dating, because at the end of Love After Lockup, they were dating each other openly, like, but still dating other people, because he said he was single.
I know you're not talking about the nigga who got the baby mama with the kids and he the shit on the girl. They was not openly fucking dating.
Yes, they was.
What did I miss?
On the very last episode,
I need to go back and watch that.
So he was talking about how he was single.
Because the last time I seen her, she was putting him out.
She did. So after she put him out, he was staying with his dad, and he had a conversation with his dad, and then he got on the phone with somebody and was like, all right, I'll be there I'm on the way. And then they show him in the interview saying like he's single, like in the green screen. Then they flip to her and she's like, they're dating each other basically. Like he's doing his own thing, she's doing her own thing, but they're still dating each other because you can't stop that connection.
Fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Go ahead with that.
So they're going to be on there. We got Justine and Michael. They're going to be back on there. Brooke and
what they got going on? They ain't having no more babies because she can't have no more.
Nah, I don't know because I didn't see the clip of them was so quick you can't really
it's probably gonna be some drama with his fucking mama.
That's what I feel like it's probably more than likely
because his mama moved.
She's living with them.
Yeah.
Who else is on there? Will and what's the white girl's name? Oh, that's so messed up. I didn't mean to call her that, but I mean she is a white girl. Will is the guy. They got married the day after she got locked up.
Oh, you talking about? I don't know her name either.
The one that was sounding like she was drunk on the phone.
She real teeny.
Yeah. And he was questioning her, and she snapped on him and started clowning him because he took her to a deli on their date. She was like, "Who brings somebody to a sandwich shop on their date? Bitch, you can take that damn subs. Subs is delicious.
The first date?
I don't think it was.
He had been taking her around since she got out of prison.
And he took her to a damn.
First of all, bitch, if you get out of prison, if I took your ass to a convenience store, your ass better be happy. Yeah. Get you a motherfucking honey bun and them damn juice and get back in the car. The fuck?
I mean, it's better than
probably gonna be sick of honey bun.
Well, hold on,
I know you fucking lying.
They can get the honey buns in prison.
Yeah, well, they're probably sick of honey bun.
They get the off-brand ones.
They get name brand.
Oh, we'll go get some name brand potato chips then, bitch.
They probably can get them from Canteen too.
Okay, well, bitch, whatever you can't get on Canteen, go in the store.
I think anything that's outside of ramen, you should be excited.
Get on the Go get a hot dog off the crate at 7-Eleven.
Outside of ramen,
I know that's right.
You should
get you a taquito or two.
A taquito.
Yeah, get two of them because they're $2 for $3.
Taquito.
And I can get some points back.
A taki.
You know. But nah, y'all, we've had fun this episode. Again, thank y'all for tuning in. Yeah. Thank y'all for the support and the love. Keep showing it. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe.
Subscribe, baby.
Again, I'm your girl, Miss Tink, and you can follow me on. You was ready, wasn't you?
She was ready.
At least you was ready, boo. At least you was ready. But you can follow me on Instagram at mztink.rawtalent. You can follow me on YouTube at Tink Nation. You can follow me on TikTok at Tink Nation 1. You know what I'm saying? And check out the website, www.rawtalentllc.com. We got community events. We got 20 versus 1 for Tito.
Come on, sign up, y'all. Sign up.
We got some some
Let's give
different
y'all some
things
real
in the
reality
works.
time.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
Come on, Tito.
and you can follow me. I'm your girl Tito. I forgot to say that.
Hold on.
And you can use one. Okay, so you can follow me on Instagram at go.shorty. Follow me on TikTok at Tito Gang with 2 G's.
Gang,
and make
gang.
sure you
Gang,
subscribe to my YouTube channel at Tito TV.
period.
And y'all know me, I'm Rashay. You know, the quiet one over here.
Ain't nothing quiet about your motherfucking
Yeah, they
ass.
see it.
Quiet one over here. You can find me at Rashay's World. That's RASHES World. And that's on IG.
Because only in Rashay's world
Am I quiet?
is she fucking quiet.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
quiet. I'm hating
a
me.
bold-faced fucking lie. Like, I don't even know why you lying like that.
Come on now.
Such a
God don't like ugly.
Bitch, do you not remember? Bitch, you must have forget. Have you even read a Bible?
I want to drag her ass. I'm going to take her ass through there. She come at me wrong.
You better stop around before God strike your ass down.
I don't know where we went wrong.
That's your mother. Your mother, your ugly ass. So you ought to know it when you see it. Okay.
I want to do whatever these bitches want to do. And whatever they don't want to do, I want to do.
I ain't never in my feelings. A nigga never catch me slipping. I'm like,
Bitch, we outside tonight. Oh, God. Bitch, we outside tonight.
Natalie Nunn.
Fuck that broke nigga. She fucking that broke bitch. Fuck that broke nigga. She fucking that broke bitch. Bitch, we outside tonight. Hurry up, bitch. Bitch, we outside tonight.
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck that broke nigga. She fucking that broke bitch. Fuck that broke nigga. She fucking that broke bitch.
Oh, God. Yeah. Baddie shit. Natalie Nunn. Baddie, shot a clock, ho.
Bitch, do you